Aanya Mehta was a rising star from Mumbai. Ryan Cole was a powerful tech executive in San Francisco. What began as a secret relationship between them ended in silence, suspicion, and death. This is not just a story about love. It's a story about control, betrayal, and a hidden crime buried beneath the surface of success. Aanya came to America to build her future. She never imagined it would cost her life. In the summer of 2019, Aanya Mehta, a talented and ambitious 24-year-old software engineer from Mumbai, received the kind of offer that many dream of, but few attain. She had been selected for a coveted position at a high-profile tech company based in San Francisco. Back home in India, her parents celebrated her success with neighbors, distributing sweets and proudly showing off the email confirmation to relatives. Aanya was always the pride of her family, the first to leave the country, the first to earn in dollars. Upon arriving in the U.S., Aanya settled into her new life quickly. She adjusted to the culture, made friends at work, and soon caught the attention of Ryan Cole, a man 15 years older than her. Ryan was the vice president of engineering, admired in the office for his leadership, charm, and business acumen. To Aanya, he wasn't just a mentor. He seemed to understand her loneliness, her ambition, and her desire to build a future far from home. What began as subtle compliments and after-hours meetings turned into secret dinners and overnight stays. Their relationship was hidden from everyone, especially HR. The company had strict policies about romantic involvement between managers and subordinates, but Ryan assured her that everything would be fine. He promised her faster promotions, insider training opportunities, and even sponsorship for her green card if she kept the relationship quiet. She agreed, believing this connection would help her secure the life she'd worked so hard for. What Aanya didn't know was that her decision to trust him would set off a series of events that would end in tragedy. At first, the relationship seemed perfect. Aanya received praise at work, felt supported, and believed she had someone powerful on her side. But within a few months, subtle signs of control began to emerge. Ryan started asking her who she was spending time with after work. He insisted on syncing calendars and location-sharing apps just for safety. When she hesitated, he reminded her that without his help, she might not stay in the country for long. Things escalated quickly. If she didn't answer his texts within minutes, he would bombard her with calls. If she went out with friends, especially male colleagues, he would question her until she felt guilty. On multiple occasions, she found him waiting near her apartment uninvited, claiming he was worried about her. He began isolating her from coworkers, making her feel like everyone in the office was jealous or untrustworthy. Meanwhile, her performance at work started to decline. The stress, secrecy, and emotional manipulation began taking a toll. Her once bright career dimmed as she missed deadlines and avoided team events. Gossip started to spread. Whispers of her receiving special treatment reached management, but no formal complaints were made yet. Behind the scenes, Aanya began documenting everything. She kept a secret folder on her laptop, writing down every incident where she felt threatened or pressured. She wasn't sure what she would do with it, but some part of her knew that one day she might need to protect herself. That day came sooner than she expected. On the morning of December 14, 2021, Aanya failed to show up at work. Her team lead assumed she was sick and left a voicemail, but by the next day, she was still missing. Concern turned to alarm when she didn't respond to any calls, texts, or emails. Her apartment manager let the police in after co-workers filed a welfare check. Nothing seemed out of place. Her coat was on the hook, her purse on the table, and her phone charger still plugged in. Police traced her last phone signal to a remote hiking area near the Santa Cruz Mountains, a place known for its scenic views, but also dangerous terrain. Her car was found parked near a trailhead, locked. There were no immediate signs of foul play, no broken glass, no blood, no witnesses. Ryan, meanwhile, had called in sick that same day. When contacted by police, he claimed to be visiting family in Oregon. But there were no flight records, no hotel bookings, and no one to confirm his whereabouts. Investigators found this suspicious, especially after discovering that he and Aanya had been in a secret relationship, something he initially denied. Pressure mounted as days passed with no sign of Aanya. Her family in India flew to California, heartbroken and desperate for answers. Volunteers searched the woods, but weeks passed with no progress. The case went cold until new evidence emerged from the digital world. While combing through Anya's devices, investigators discovered something vital: a series of encrypted documents saved to a hidden folder and automatically backed up to the cloud. These files included screenshots of threatening messages from Ryan, audio recordings of him yelling at her, and a draft email intended for HR outlining the relationship and emotional abuse. One document was particularly damning. Dated December 10th, just 4 days before her disappearance, it detailed her discovery that Ryan had fabricated immigration-related documents on her behalf without her full knowledge. Aanya had been preparing to consult an attorney and report him. The timing was chilling. Search warrants were issued. Police searched Ryan's residence and found a second mobile phone hidden in his home office drawer. The device contained location history that placed him near the hiking trail at the same time Anya's phone last pinged. Even more alarming, they found photos of Aanya taken without her knowledge, some through the window of her apartment, others from her workplace parking lot. Canine units were deployed at Ryan's property. In his backyard, dogs alerted to disturbed ground near a garden shed. A shallow grave had been dug and then filled in. While no body was found, investigators did discover a duffel bag containing Anya's jewelry, blood-stained clothing, and a scarf. DNA confirmed the blood belonged to her. Ryan was brought in for questioning but maintained his innocence, claiming he hadn't seen Aanya in days and that she had become mentally unstable. The evidence, however, was mounting and impossible to ignore. Nearly 3 months later, on March 2, 2022, a hiker in the lower reaches of the San Mateo Canyon area stumbled upon skeletal remains partially hidden by leaves and rocks. Forensic teams were called in. Dental records and a titanium implant confirmed the identity. It was Aanya Mehta. The autopsy revealed blunt force trauma to the skull, consistent with being struck by a heavy object. There were also signs of restraint on the wrists and ankles, and evidence that she had died within hours of her last known whereabouts. Soil samples on her clothing matched samples from the area near Ryan's backyard, suggesting she had been temporarily buried there before being moved and dumped in the canyon. With the final piece of the puzzle in place, Ryan Cole was arrested and charged with first-degree murder, obstruction of justice, evidence tampering, and immigration fraud. His trial drew national attention not only due to the corporate scandal, but also the disturbing manipulation of immigration vulnerability for personal control. In court, prosecutors laid out the timeline and evidence. Ryan's defense crumbled under pressure. In July 2023, he was convicted and sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole. Anya's death triggered major internal reviews in several U.S. companies regarding power dynamics, visa abuse, and relationship policies. A memorial scholarship was set up in her name in India for women pursuing careers in tech abroad. Her story continues to echo in conversations about hidden abuse, immigration vulnerability, and the unseen dangers behind professional success. Aanya. Meta came to America chasing a dream. Instead, she became the victim of a nightmare no one saw coming.